Sorry for the break in transmission, guys, but we're back on and we're seeing Alvin approaching the finish with 2 more balls to pot to be able to get into the finishing line. So it's all about the positional play. He's getting himself into a very, very good positional play there. That is Alvin setting himself up now for victory. Now, he's chosen a very explicit pocket to go for.
He has to just keep his nerve about him. It has to be a very deep cut. Oh, straight through.
What a finish.
Awesome.
I don't know, but I had a premonition about tonight that the guys will definitely come out the blocks quicker than last week, Clivey.
Yeah, Alvin's a very accomplished player. So he's going to try and bring some of that skill to the table today. He doesn't want Shane to be far ahead of him because it will deter him from his confidence levels.
All right, just about to start frame number 4 here, and like I predicted, Clivey, that tonight will be different. I mean, at the rate these guys are going and the edge to want to hang on to the break. Remember, as you win the frame, you keep breaking the whole time. So that's going to be the cardinal point.
Which is definitely a disadvantage. I'm sure all of them are going for the golden break as well.
Yes. For those who don't know, the golden break, it's when the player breaks and sings the black at that moment. For those that are following but not knowing what a golden break means.
If you want to know more about the Supa Pro League, you can visit our website, www.supaproleague.com. That's SUPA, www.supaproleague.com. You can look at the fixtures, rankings, and player profiles as well. Get to know more about the people that are entertaining you on a Thursday evening.
There's a key shot lining up, Clivey, because what Alvin needs to do, he needs to be able to pot to the corner, but then keep the white almost where. So he's changing it now because he can realize that he might just end up aloof, with regards to the white. So massive change. So I did mention that the importance of keeping to the break. So you win a frame, you got control, from the break. But now, if Shane takes this frame, he will be back breaking, and that will put the pressure back on Alvin.
Yeah, Alvin definitely wants to try and recover from that shot that he just played, where he should have dropped the ball. Obviously was worried about the white ball positioning.
Yes. And these players both have Protea colors. That is Alvin. He's just won the PSA Masters Nationals in Poch a few weeks ago, and he's the current Gauteng champion as well. So yeah, let's get to see how Shane keeps it easy and steady on this one year.
Shane's got a 2-1 head start against Alvin.
So yes, it's a slight lead, if one really looks into it. And table, because it's playing so well tonight, players will also be away from the fear to express themselves.
Definite possible finish for Shane here.
Just about to take the center pocket that leads him onto the black, Clive.
Just goes about his business so cool, calm. Getting a clap from the audience.
Yeah.
The Supa Pro League, Prince, and just for the viewers out there, it's yes, this one is hosted at Billiard's Café, but any clubs that want to actually be part of the Supa Pro League should get in contact and be part of this fantastic league, whether you're in Gauteng or into the other provinces. In actual fact, by probably about the third matchup, or third season, I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah, third season.
Third season, we'll end up being in other provinces across the country as well.
There is a big idea to spread it to the other provinces. I mean, we've got some of the exciting provinces like KZN and Western Cape, who will most likely want to get onto the wagon and show off. I mean, you was here last week when we had the Unite Africa tournament where we saw players from Cape Town dominating. Yeah.
So if you're watching on the stream and you play at a specific club somewhere in Gauteng, tell the owners that they should be part of the SPL. It is actually for everyone. And you could be participating as well in one of the divisions at the Gauteng Premier Supa Pro League.
Yeah. This past weekend we were privileged enough to witness, the other divisions players getting into a playoff to decide who gets there. We saw the likes of Preven, Kitten Naidoo booking themselves spots into the first division, and we saw the likes of Wayne Parker getting into the second division, just to name a few. We'll name them as we go along the evening.
Yeah, the place was an absolute buzz on Saturday and Sunday. I love the spirit of the players. So excited to be part of the SPL that's going to make a massive name for pool in South Africa.
I just don't know how that one did not go down. I mean, it caught the lip of that center pocket.
He'd be very disappointed with that shot.
Because he was
Because
perfect.
his balls are fairly opened up, which means that he would have or could have went for a close.
What a shot that was. Great from pot. Shane. He needs to pot and stop right there to be able to take his next ball into the center pocket, because he's already created an opening for the yellow on his right hand side for the bottom pocket. Yeah.
You can follow SPL on Facebook and Instagram so that you never miss a moment with the SPL community.
Now, Shane is faced with a situation where he needs to be able to dispatch the yellow that's in front of him, which is that very one. And then there's very one that is approaching now. He needs a follow-through shot to be able to take the yellow next to the black onto the opposite corner. You see? So he created an opening so that it doesn't come to hamper his ball selection plan.
And gives him a bit of safety in case he doesn't get the yellow in.
Yes.
With the red ball close to the pocket. Close to the cush.
Yes. So this is the key shot for Shane in trying to close up this particular. Oh, it was a long road. Look at how that white stopped. I mean, if that white inched further to the bottom, it could have actually given Alvin, a chance to wrap up this frame. But now it's setting him back. Vishen Jagdev, he's following on the stream. That's a man that is based in Tshwane, Pretoria. He can maybe perhaps give us the lowdown on who he thinks will take this one down.
25 minutes more on the clock with this matchup between Alvin and Shane. Alvin was telling us earlier that he's played Shane many a times. I love the camaraderie between the players. Even before the games, connecting, enjoying each other's company, having fun with it as well.
Yes. Clive, last week, through the stats provided by Nooks, we got to an amazing 5,000 viewers for the matches. So could we maybe perhaps edge it up to like 7,000, 8,000, even up to 10,000 tonight?
Look, I think there's definitely a big pool community, and what viewers should do is share it with their friends, because there's definitely interest in pool, especially on this very cold, chilly night in Joburg. What a great shot there by Alvin.
Yes. Now, the litmus test in this particular shot is to be able to score, but keep your white perfectly out, like in the middle of the two yellows there, so that you can see the one to the corner nicely. See, that was the shot. That was the shot. Now it sets him up nicely with the angle. You can be able to play a little bit of right hand side, drag right, then to be able to come for the black. This game is living up to expectations, Clivey. What do you think?
Absolutely. I love the fact that Alvin is playing a very determined game. And his shots are more confident as well.
Yes. Let's take this moment to thank Sombhani Group of Companies, for the injection into the sport, making the sport go into greater heights through the sponsorship, to this Supa Pro League project. I cannot tell you how he missed this one, Alvin.
And it's silly mistakes like that are actually unfortunately letting him down. And this is not a frame that he can afford to lose.
Yes.
With 23 minutes on the clock, Shane's already 3-1 up.
Yes.
It's going to be a tight one for him to, if he's lucky enough to get another shot.
There's a big shot by Shane. He left himself long. That could be problematic, but he's faced with what we call a big pocket now. You see, so that allows him control of the frame.
What a great shot by Shane.
Very nice finish by by Shane to take a 4-1 lead in a very, very decisive frame. I mean, massive difference between 3-2 and 4-1, Clivey.
That's going to put lots of pressure on Alvin.
Yeah.
So, just so that you know, if you're a viewer at home, each match is capped at 50 minutes. It's a race to 9 frames. And also, just to add, Prince, the golden break.
Yes.
Just to explain that part, what a golden break is. So, it's one way that Alvin could catch up to Shane. Maybe a couple of golden breaks, and then he gets awarded an actual game if he drops a black ball.
Yes. May we take this time to also acknowledge Mr. Sello Dick, who's following. He's a former 2-time SA champion. He's the man that represented South Africa, at both Morocco as well as in Ireland. And we're saying, look at it, Master Dick, this is a moment where the game has been taken to greater heights, and Supa Pro League would also look at opportunities to get more sponsors on board. This could be the moment that you start thinking about it.
Absolutely. Shane was unlucky with the break. White ball flew off the table. Alvin has an opportunity.
Yeah, and we got Q Pickles, photography also following us here, as well as Yasin Ali, who's also a former SA champion. Saying, guys, what a matchup this is. Alvin up against Shane. Who wants it the most? Who wants it the most, Clivey, from what you've seen?
Well, at the moment it's looking in Shane's favor, but I definitely don't think Alvin's going to just give it away. And remember, even if they don't do exceptionally well, they still got 6 more matches after this. So he could actually even be a late bloomer. But at the end of it, it's all about the points. Who's got the most points and who will win the 50,000 Rand?
So there we're seeing an approach by Alvin to try and edge closer. He's just played a clinical shot here in making sure that he doesn't give Shane much of a room, in trying to snatch this frame.
Would you say Alvin looks concerned?
Very, very concerned looking. Shane needs to be able to play away from this and keep the white ball somewhere there by the top. He's actually opened it up. Not a bad shot considering that he's left him with no pot shot at this juncture. Taufik Murray is also following on the stream, one of the youngsters that are taking pool by storm in South Africa from Cape Town with love. Yes, Mr. Khalik Seville will be joining us at Billiard Café during the course of the coming week to also get to witness firsthand the Supa Pro League.
Also want to give a
Hello, very unlucky one
Very
there.
unlucky.
Clivey, what do you make of that?
sure. I don't want to say anything bad, but I think it was a little bit of a careless shot there by Alvin.
Yes. I think it was more to do with the speed of the table, because on a normal table that would certainly not have dropped the Clivey.
Yeah, he can't afford to be making mistakes like this, and especially against a player like Shane. They both, I must say, are very evenly matched up. It's
Oh, look at that.
fortune's favoring Shane at the moment.
And he's left with no pot shot here now. I wonder if he can be able to get. This is the top view. Thank you to Cuesports Africa Media, your #1 provider of Cuesports broadcast in Africa and beyond. So it looks like he's got a quarter chance. Yes. So the ball next to the black there, it's still the key shot towards a potential finish for Shane. There we
Shane
see
was
Shane
talking-
going for it here, Clivey.
He was talking to me earlier, and one of the things that he said is that I just need to keep on practicing, playing more often. And I was mentioning to him one of my weaknesses, which is my white ball positioning. And he said, well, don't let it be too much of something that holds you back. Just pot, keep on potting, learn how to pot from anywhere, so that it's not going to deter your game.
He unfortunately did not predict that one stopping by the pocket, but it has happened, and he's still got control. I mean, he's got a 3-frame cushion that should put him at ease.
Yeah, Alvin could play a nice screw back and come back, take the red ball close to the cushion to the top pocket.
What a shot by Alvin.
Great
there.
shot by Alvin. Some of the other sponsors on the SPL is Nuke's Creative. The t-shirts are quite lovely.
The Dive Club.
Highlights the sponsors. Also Rogues on Radio, one of the sponsors of this massive event.
Yeah.
So if you do want to get involved and be part of the event, even just in the interest of building the sport, will be great for you, even if it's from an enterprise development perspective. Use some of that budget for good use.
Yes, remember that you can be able to get some highlight packages on Facebook, or either visit the website, also follow on YouTube. We also have the SPL expanding into other provinces. So if you do want to see SPL in Mpumalanga, Northwest, whatever, in probably season 2 or 3, please feel free to be able to get in touch with the SPL operations division and show your keen interest. The sport needs everyone.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one for the books. SPL is going to take the country by storm. As you can see, just the comments that we got from last week in terms of the live streaming, the quality, the production, the crew behind the scenes, it has been absolutely amazing. Everyone extremely passionate about wanting to make this a smashing success in South Africa.
Let's take into account that the SPL is a promotion and relegation league as well. There we see Alvin.
He's got his head down. And again, very unfortunate. He had a perfect setup for the black ball.
And I think the pockets are kind. It's just the players not positioning themselves very well.
Yeah, it's hard to say, Prince. We've we've not taken our shot at playing on this table.
Yes. There we see. Oh, what a good kiss there.
Great shot there by Shane.
Okay, Shane's got an option. He could be able to play 2 cushion to get a better landing. There he's taking the 2 cushion onto the black he gets.
With 30 minutes on the clock.
Qualms about this, Clivey.
Shouldn't really. Great shot there by Shane. Alvin will be kicking himself for some of the silly mistakes that he's made.
Look at the replay of how he missed that ball. So he played, cost him the frame, but you know, he played too hard onto the jaw there. This is the SPL guys, you know, Premier Division coming to you live from Billiard Café in the heart of Gauteng, and we will be having an expansion of this league into the other provinces. But guys, what we could tell you this is a marvel to watch. Where are you watching these proceedings from? And who's joined you, you know, on watching this spectacular pool? Yeah, I think we'll be having the USA University Championship happening in GP. It would be something nice to follow, guys. From Netherlands with love, Torinova is also watching on the stream here. We got our ref here tonight, that is Petunia Lebang. Let's get to see what will be happening.
I wonder if when Shane got up this morning, he thought to himself, well, I'm going to kill it with the SPL today.
Yes, a very good opening shot there by Shane there. But he's left out 1 yellow in a melee, you know, so time is of the essence. Alvin needs to be able to come back. Yep. So it was a beautiful break shot there. Very, very unlucky not to be able to sit on a perfect position after that. Whoa, this could be a key shot because now Shane might not need to do a lot, but I'm just wondering how he's going to get onto that yellow that is now isolated.
Definitely tried with a nice fancy shot.
Yes. And he got the opener. Black in potable space. It's just for him to be able to land well.
Yellow balls against the cush. That's going to be his challenge. I think he's going to give Alvin another opportunity because he'll probably drop this one, try and open it up.
Very unlucky. He got the opener.
Unfortunate.
And how's his facial gesture there after coming unstuck there?
It's so nice to see the support that Shane gets from his family.
The likes of Mikhail and Wade always following on the streams, and maybe they'll join up a little bit later there as well. Shane, we got Aaron
Chantel
versus Lucas coming next, and I can tell you that having seen them walk around here, Lucas, all pressure is on him after that shocking 6-0 win against Nsobo last week. He's coming up against a free-scoring Aaron Donahue.
Yeah, both of them performed well last week.
Kula Babsi saying, I happen to love the new look. Yes, this is the face of pool going forward in GP, in South Africa and beyond, guys. Brought to you by Sombhani, group of companies in association with Billiard Café, Cuesports Africa Media, the Dive Club, Rocks on Radio.
Also Nuke's Creations or Creative.
Can Alvin try his utmost best with 8.5 minutes left to claw slightly back?
Yeah, Alvin needs to just think about the fact that he needs to get points on the scoreboard. Remember, there's 6 more matches after this one. So he wants to try and win maybe at least 2 more games with the 8 minutes left.
He was in control against Aaron last week, but you know, he also had a misfortune of landing in shots more or less the same, like this miss here that can easily cost him the match.
Smile on his face, disappointed with some of his shots.
I think this will be a massive victory for Shane, considering you know the quality of his opponent, that is Alvin.
And Lucas will be looking at Shane as a potential front runner as well. Great win there by Shane.
He will be closing in, I mean, with a 6-1 lead now. Okay, let's look at the replay of how Alvin missed that shot. So he cushioned first, and that is the miss that cost him this vital frame. Look at Shane queuing over a ball, not really disturbed by anything, and going for it and sinking that to extend his unassailable lead.
Yeah, Shane's really about the business today.
Yeah, Paul Kane says it's unlike Alvin, you know, missing silly shots, you know. It's the pressure, like we said, you know, playing on any other table where TV is not a part of. You can sing and finish every frame. But this one, yeah, it does stick into your mind to say, I'm playing with an audience following me.
Look, it's also the fact that they're getting used to the table. When I spoke to him earlier as well, they were speaking about the cloth being a bit slippery because it's not running enough. And none of these players had much game time on these tables, or on this new table.
There we're seeing Shane wanting to edge a lot closer to wrapping this frame here. I mean, we've got 5.5 minutes still left on the clock. And do you think that Alvin arrived for his matchup here, or just the unluck was a big factor for him here tonight? Please give us your views, guys. You're watching on the Supa Pro page, as well as on Billiard Café, this SPL matchups here. Your
What a great
views,
shot there by Shane.
what are your views on the table, the playing conditions, guys? Please give us your views, those that are watching.
Nice TV shot that Chantel's been asking for. He's going to want this frame for sure. They're always going to be looking at the leaderboard and trying to see how they're matching up against the players that are on top. In this case, Lucas is the guy to beat in terms of points.
What is a point that drives this SPL to great heights is the fact as well that, we don't give out, the complete list of fixtures. We release them, every Monday ahead of that particular week's matchups, Clive.
Yeah, just so that the players know exactly what they need to do to try and bring it home. It's beautifully put together.
Yes.
Also, I like the fact that players get the opportunity of trying to get extra points on the board with the golden break. And then also a point with breaking and finishing.
And quite sadly, Alvin has been on a rich vein of form, in the 3 or 4 weeks leading up to the start of the SPL. I wonder.
Yeah, his shots are just not going in today for some reason.
There you see Aaron there seated on the left-hand side next to where Shane is taking his corner, prior to the shots. And that face tell you that Aaron really wants to put up a big performance here tonight. There's another miss, uncharacteristic miss by Shane.
Which would have costed him the opportunity for another frame.
Yes. We've got Leslie Schneider and the likes of Joey, the lady sniper, also following. And let's get to see Alvin. Can he wrap this one up, guys? This will be interesting to note.
Alvin's definitely playing much faster today. Looking at the amount of frames that has already been played, 7 frames, 2 minutes on the clock. He'll want to win this.
And down he goes onto the black. There wouldn't be enough time left after this, Clivey.
There could be a golden break, Prince.
1 minute, 50 seconds. So probably after the break, we'll just be edging closer to a minute, depending on the amount of time the referee will take
Shane
catching the
will
balls.
be regretting that miss that caused Alvin to win that frame.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that it gives the winner the advantage of breaking if they win the frames.
So there we see Alvin. No opportunity to pull the golden break, Clivey.
With only 1 minute left on the clock, what can he do? Maybe exactly what Shane did last week. And then call Petunia into play as a ref.
It will be interesting to note, during the post-match interview, what actually happened, to Alvin, bringing out an uncharacteristic display overall tonight.
Look, we know for a fact that he's a highly skilled player.
How will he stop for that final ball? Because he needs to be able to use a hold.
16 seconds left on the clock.
it's that moment where he kind of like accepts his fate. Clive.
Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately. And
with
the
that,
beeper goes
it's
off.
time, and yeah. So yes, guys.
Shane with 6.
Yes, sir.
Alvin 2. Shane would be
What an evening you've had, buddy.
very impressed with himself,
Yeah,
as
Shane,
well as his
it
supporters.
It wasn't one of the easy evenings, but you arrived today and you're in confident, jovial mode. Yeah. Look at me.
I played,
Yeah.
played a little better today.
Prince is
Alvin
gonna
made
catch up
quite
with
a
them
few
now.
mistakes, which he shouldn't have. So I'll thank him for that. And I capitalized when he made the mistakes. So.
Are we likely to see you, bringing a consistent performance into the SPL going forward?
Yes, I hope so.
There we had it, guys, from Shane, and we wish him the very best in forthcoming matches. And yeah, what a pleasure it has been watching you dish out at least 5 or 6 good finishes here tonight. Best of luck in forthcoming matches.
Thank you.
All right, now we're gonna get to hear, guys, from Alvin, who, yeah. All right, and with me here, guys, is Alvin, the unlucky loser here the unlucky loser here tonight. And Alvin, what can you tell your fans and viewers? I mean, we had people like Paul Kane who said, very uncharacteristic from you tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Prince. Wasn't settled at all. Just missing last ball, and obviously you can't at this level. So yeah, just wasn't settled, wasn't rolling. It's not my day.
Are we likely to see you, going back to the drawing board and bringing about much improved performances?
Yeah, I think maybe felt a slightly rushed today, but yeah, definitely we're gonna go back to the drawing board and try. And
Best of luck, Alvin, and I do know that you've got the character to bounce back.
yeah, thank you very much, Prince.
All the best, Alvin. There we've heard from the winner, that is in the form of Shane, also from Alvin, who said, guys, I will definitely bounce back. Next week will be the week. Looking forward to the next round of fixtures, guys. That is Lucas Venter up against Alvin Naidoo.